This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
So Justin Marks dropped a few spots back as we see Johnny Sauter moving by the 33. The 20 of Johanna Long having issues.
She's coming off turn number 2. Caution is out.
First caution comes out on lap number 4. This time it's Johanna Long. She was coming off of turn number 2, got into the grass. She looks like she's trying to get back up to speed, but Johanna Long brought out our first caution.
Whoa. She's in the middle of a couple trucks. That was Max Pappas, the 9 on the outside. Johanna does a nice job not letting that truck get up into the outside wall.
Looked like maybe she was down on the inside of Maxville and the air just come off of her spoiler.
In the lead lap. Well, actually now a few are starting to catch back up to him. He pitted just a bit earlier on lap number 5, and now he brings this truck onto pit road.
Oh, he missed it.
He missed pit road.
Phil, you called it. Those guys are really struggling to get down to pit road speed and even make it onto pit road. Cole leading the race.
They're going to try to get stopped. Remember, he pitted on that first caution for adjustments. There he is, could not quite get a stop. You see him lock the front brakes up.
Here, Johnny Sauter goes to the inside of Austin Dillon, takes the top spot away as Jason White shoots to the high side of the racetrack.
Remember, 2 tires on Jason White as well as Austin Dillon. Johnny Sauter took advantage of his 4 tires. Ooh, looks like Max Pappas.
Max Pappas blowing up
big time.
Max Pappas, flames rolling from underneath that race truck.
Need to get that thing off
Stop
the grass.
if you can, man. Get out, man. Get out.
Bit.
Heard him say stop
Fires
if you can, and Max get out. From behind that truck.
Look at right side of your screen. That thing went up big time.
Yeah, you rarely see something like that, don't you, Phil?
Yeah.
Oil's got to mean that probably
like, Jamie Murray's motor. You remember Jamie, a couple race or 2 ago?
That was at Kentucky.
Yeah.
Jamie blew up big time.
The 6th spot. Ooh, Parker Kligerman slides sideways off the corner. You think these guys aren't still on the gas?
Digging for everything they can get. We're under 8 laps of racing remaining in this one.
And just don't think that there couldn't be one of them one of those trucks get out of control as hard as they're driving too. You can see right on the edge, Tom Bonine's going to look to the inside of Kligerman. He's going to make a run on him at least.
Kligerman was all over the racetrack again. You can see his hands inside the racetrack coming off turn number 2, fighting really, really loose conditions.
7 laps of racing to go. Dillon across the start-finish line. The battle continues behind him. Kligerman, Bodine, Sadler, Buscher, Starr, and Crafton, your top 10. You can see them all on the screen.
Nothing worse as a driver than to have a truck that's loose and sideways and look in your mirror and somebody be all over your tailgate. You know, you've got to go. You don't have a choice. But if you go much harder, you're going to spin out.
Dillon has a 2.8-second lead now over Johnny Sauter. 0.5 of a second separate second and third, and again a bobble by Elliott Sadler. This will enable James Buscher to get a run.
Just like we saw Parker Kligerman get by him when Elliott got loose down there. Same thing exactly happens. James Buscher is going to take that Dollar General Chevrolet by Elliott Sadler.
Coming out of turn number 4. 5 laps of racing to go for Austin Dillon. That 3 truck looking to get to victory lane once again. Austin Dillon going after the treasured prize of the Gibson guitar, which is given to the winner of this race. Johnny Sauter running 2nd, 3rd, Timothy Peters.
And remember, our 1, 2, and points are a reverse of how they're running in this race. Johnny Sauter, our point leader. Austin Dillon right now 2nd points.
Pretty good sign by their 1st and 2nd points. Absolutely. Look up in their 1st and 2nd in the race.
Be a big move by Austin Dillon, though, if he can hold on for this win with the bonus points you get for winning.
And across the stripe once again, 4 laps to go.
Johnny Sauter's been able to steadily hold off Timothy Peters. Timothy got right on his tailgate, but hasn't been able to close on him lately. And you can see lurking right behind those 2, there's Nelson Piquet Jr. He likes this place, huh, Phil?
Sure does. 2nd in the spring and running 4th right now. And how about those 2 tires? How about Austin Dillon being able to drive away from 4 tires with those 2 tires? Great pit call by Danny Stockman.
Well, you nailed it in the opening, Phil. You said we can have some pit strategy, make a difference here. That's exactly what happened. Got that track position, has been able to hold on to it with those 2 tires.
4 miles of racing remaining. The battle for second continues. Lap traffic coming into play now as Johnny Sauter has to check up. That allows Timothy Peters to close the gap.
Timothy is right there. Just any kind of a slip by Johnny Sauter will open that door for Timothy Peters.
You know, and Johnny's got to be thinking championship too, Phil. You can't just be giving points away. He desperately wants to hold off Timothy Peters. It isn't so much the fact that he just wants to finish second in Nashville. He's thinking championship. So he's driving hard to keep Peters behind him.
He knows that's another point.
Battle for second on the right. Now a battle between Elliott Sadler.
David Starr.
And David Starr for that 8th spot. David Starr gets by. So Starr goes up to 8th. And our race leader getting ready to see the white flag. White flag in the air for Austin Dillon one more time around.
He knows right now that the next flag will end this race once they took the white. Even if the caution flag were to come out right now, it would be an official race.
Nice.
I think these fans love seeing that black number 3 truck driving to a victory here in Nashville. They're on their feet cheering for Austin Dillon.
Good battle for the 10th spot right there. Top 10, Joey Coulter trying to get that 10th spot away from Matt Crafton.
Coulter with a good run on the bottom of the racetrack. He will take it away from Crafton. Austin Dillon wins in Nashville. Sauter holds on for second. Timothy Peters is third. Coulter, Crafton, White continue to battle to the stripe. 10th, 11th, and 12th.
Coulter holds on to that 10th spot.
Awesome job, boys.
Third career win for Austin Dillon. He will be able to hoist it.
That's right, baby. Way to go, Pookie.
Gibson Les Paul guitar.
That's what I'm talking about.
Second last week.
First this week.
Yeah, Mom and Dad, Mike and Tina are here. Going to join in the celebration. There's our crew chief, Danny Stockman.
How do you like your donuts, Phil?
Black number 3.
We're going to see some good ones. Let's hear it from the crew chief, right?
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.